Yeah, that's cool.
What an offer and an honor. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
cool.
Bam, we're live. Good morning. Mr. Brian Clark, what's up, buddy? At this point, I don't foresee any coexisting with these stupid people.
Uh-oh.
I saw a video. I've been seeing these videos of schools just like protesting, like all the kids walking out and protesting and stuff. And I have to assume that's organized by like the teachers or some adults. But I remember being definitely if I was in school, like I could give two shits and I would just use it as a day to get out and
It's a day off, baby.
throw rocks at cars, drink,
Yeah.
party with my friends,
Yeah.
go to parents' houses who weren't home. I don't know any kids who were like. But that being said, I also remember in the fifth grade when fourth grade, whenever Reagan was running for office against Carter, I remember the whole school, like we did like a mock vote. And I remember most of the kids there voted for Reagan and I voted for Carter. And I'll never forget how I was kind of scared and felt alienated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just imagine those kids at school, and that was just like a vote you write on a piece of paper. And there was like no propaganda. No one was like, Reagan's great, Carter sucks, or nothing like that. They handed out pieces of paper to every classroom in the school and they did just like a mock vote. Just imagine how the kids feel who don't agree with it. You know what I mean? Hey, it's the same reason we don't see MAGA hats like walking through airports.
Yep, you're an outcast, a target.
Yeah, you're a target. People are terrified. Like the violence and the threat that we all feel from the left is real.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, it's so beautifully done. Just beautifully done.
It is beautifully done.
Just fight each other, peasants.
Yeah.
Fight each other.
Yeah.
Don't worry about all these.
But you would never,
not being held accountable for their actions.
And I'm not saying people don't like make fun of people who voted for Kamala or Biden, but I just feel like it doesn't go both ways.
No,
I'll show you.
I would agree with you as far as like where you see the majority of the violence and stuff coming from.
Like
God, beautiful gym.
I think this one, yeah, right. I think this one sums it up so good. Wow, what is going on with my Instagram?
That is gorgeous.
The picture Greg just sent us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, good morning.
Buddy, what's up?
Sorry I sent you the link late, Greg.
That's all right. You know what? This is so fucking casual, right? We start at exactly 8 something every time.
I mean, it's not that casual. I wear clean clothes.
He showers occasionally.
I sit upright in a chair. I mean, I am in my underwear every morning and barefoot, but I sit upright. Hey, Greg, how come we don't walk through the airport and like we will see shirts that say I voted Kamala or you know what I mean, Ukrainian flags or all that stuff, but you're never at the airport and you see a MAGA hat, and if you do, you're like, oh my God, there's one. And yet he won 86% of the counties in the United States. Why are people scared to wear that stuff? Or is it the threat of violence from the left?
Of course.
That's all it is, right? We don't want to be harassed.
That's all it is.
It's wild, isn't it?
I saw a guy with a Trump won, get over it, we're all lucky shirt on the plane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but here's the thing, dude.
He got kicked off?
He would have made Tyrus look small. He was Hawaiian.
Oh, yeah.
No one's messing with that dude.
Dude. Hi. You know what I mean? Everybody.
Taylor,
he looked too big for football.
Taylor came from North or South Carolina, I can't remember, to California on an airplane, and he wore a MAGA hat, and he said, I know what it's like coming out to be gay or trans. He's like, I felt so liberated. But he said, like, people whisper to you in the airport, they walk by you, and they're like, thank you. Oh, very brave of you to wear that. You know, shit like that.
It's amazing. Hey, there was a thing on public television. It was the topic was the press corps, the photo guys, talking about Clinton versus Bob Dole. And the deal was this, is that they had pictures, and as they're describing their personalities, they're showing you pictures. And these guys have because the cameras are just, you know what it sounds like, right?
Yeah.
And so they're saying that Bill Clinton had the bite your bottom lip, I feel your pain mode. And he would work a crowd, and you'd see he'd hold onto your hand until there was some look he got, and then he'd let go.
Yeah.
And if he got it as he reached out to you, he'd just like tap you and smile. It was always the same fucking thing. And they said, so there's a million pictures of him, but it's actually like 111 pictures. That's all there are. You can't even tell them apart. This guy has a robotic reaction to people and things that's mesmerizing. And they were telling about people that go in his office, going to lay him out and come out with a big smile like they've gotten a blowjob.
Right.
Right. Oh, like Newt Gingrich goes in hostile, comes out like thinks it's his best friend. And Bob Dole by kind of carried this card in his pocket, and they'd ask him what it was, and he'd get embarrassed and always react different. Sometimes get hostile. It could ruin and all the pictures are crazy of him. He's a complete human being, not at all. And there was no angle here. It wasn't pro Bob Dole, but it sure was to me, obviously, right? And
right.
You know what was on the card? You can look it up. It's a prayer on one side, and I think the 10th Amendment on the other.
Oh, wow.
And he takes it with him. It was always with him, his reminder of what's important. He couldn't get him to talk about his religion. A very religious man wasn't willing to talk about it.
And then he ended up doing like Viagra commercials.
Is that what happened in the end?
I want to say he did. Like there were commercials of him like walking on the beach,
just in a Speedo with a strong salute.
Let me see. Bob Dole, was it Viagra?
I'm like looking through his Wikipedia now to see if we.
Yeah, 1998 he did a Viagra commercial.
Yep.
They launched the little blue pill. I wonder how much he got paid for that.
He did it for that, Visa, Dunkin' Donuts, Pepsi with Britney Spears. Wow. It
was a different time. Oh, he was 75. He was 75 when they did that.
Do you know I had a period that might have been 15 years of like no TV watching.
Yeah.
It wasn't a decision. I didn't try. It was.
Let me guess, between 30 and 45. I think I did like 25 to 40. Because you were working, right? You had your head down and you were grinding.
No.
No? Oh.
Yes.
You were gangbanging.
25 to 50, 25-year period. Like wow. I've never seen Friends. You always hear the
right.
Friends and Friends, but I've never watched their Friends. I saw a fair share of Seinfeld, and it was like I know people that didn't watch TV that watched that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was easy to walk into someone's house and not want to leave.
Like no sports either, Greg?
Yeah, I like all of them, but I don't want to watch. But if you've like a highlight, you know, a crazy good play of any sort, I'm into it.
Yeah.
You know, I like championship play. I like athleticism, but I'd rather play with a chemistry set or garden than be around athletes when I'm not training.
Was there ever a time in your life where you were like, I can't wait till Sunday till the Raiders play the Niners? Or
didn't vascular surgeons come home and watch doctor shows? Huh?
Yeah, hey, it's a good point. I mean, Dave does not watch war movies.
I did and want to come home and watch football games.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like I am now. I actually couldn't tell you when or who's in the Super Bowl. Legitimately.
I watched 20 games this year, and I thought it was Seattle and Denver last night, and Avi had to unfuck me. It's another team from Boston or something.
Seahawks in New England.
Yeah.
I want to start a some kind of platform where you can bet on which team and which player is going to be the next convicted felon. felony indictments, felony arrests, and felony convictions.
Dude, Polymarket might have that.
NFLs.
NFL felons on Polymarket.
National Felons League.
Yeah, there's an all-felon team. There's a satirical all-felon team. Recent chatter surrounding Polymarket and NFL felons involved with social media posts such as those on Facebook, creating a satirical, hypothetical all-felon team.
Wow.
Send me a link to that. There's a site that has the felons from the NFL, and no one's used the term NFL yet, though. And I think it's so rich. But the stories are all very, very similar.
Oh, homeboy's in a neck brace.
That's a bulletproof. That's a bulletproof vest for the neck. Oh my goodness. Hey, how do they have time to be felons? Aren't they so busy training? Sports are supposed to keep kids out of trouble. What's the connection?
It's the
extra chromosome? Hey, we were talking about when you came on, we were talking about the schools that are getting out to protest, and Susan and I like, yeah, if our school is protesting, we'd be at a friend's house drinking or trying to sneak away with a girl behind the bushes, or like I have to guess 90% of the kids, 95% are just like, wow, a day off, cool to throw rocks at cars. And they don't give two shits. And then there's the kids whose parents voted for Trump and they feel alienated as all fucking get out. It's wild, isn't it, that schools are doing that? This is like protesting against the federal government. I
don't know. I think that it was more interesting to me that you didn't see more kids rebel against the mask situation. Like that to me was like a big kind of like, wow, no, this next generation is completely compliant. Because I remember when skateboarding and stuff like that, half the place we skated, like you knew you were going to get kicked out, and some poor, business owner or some old lady would come out and you can't skate my stairs, and oh, fuck you, call the cops, see what happens. You're just defiant for defiance sake. And I remember we would have never gone to school and put a mask on and like sat there. And then not only that, but yelled at other kids that weren't wearing theirs. That
they were doing that too, Sousa. They were doing that.
I know.
100 kids at the skate park, my kids roll in and kids roll up to him and be like, hey man, you got to wear a mask.
Yeah, so it's strange to me that we've seen that switch to like, hey, now it's compliance is cool, like defiance is bad. So who knows why they're leaving? Maybe they truly are activists now.
Well, they're sure as hell not learning.
If you quit diagramming sentences and you let kids transition from the old man in the sea and the red pony to TikTok, and you have a declining percentage of seniors graduating from high school, and a plummeting literacy rate, and incomparable innumeracy, mathematical illiteracy, unprecedented. And what you're going to get is a whole shit ton of liberals. That doesn't create farmers. It makes liberals. All those people up at the Grammy Award, they're getting their information from TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
They've never even heard of National Review.
Or diagramming sentences.
No.
Or the Bill of Rights.
It's it's like a fat donut eating kid that wants to join the army. He's in for a shock and he doesn't make it. You should have seen the National Police Corps did this thing where they took kids that were Ivy League schools and have identified as like having trouble paying for things, were stuck between what could be paid for by scholarship and by virtue of their ethnicity. They'd either by color or whatever were behind in payment to schools like Princeton, like Harvard. And they offered them a deal. You'd come join the National Police Corps and we'll pick up the tab for school. As long as you stay in, we'll pay. Even those big schools, but when you're done, you owe 5 years in police service and we're going to train you. And a friend of mine, Adam Walensky, started that program. And it was some of the very first seminars we did for DOJ in that program. And why am I telling you about this? What's the importance of it?
We're talking about the fact that these were Ivy League kids who couldn't afford their fees.
Yes. And so what we got down there, some of them were like 300 pounds. And you're like, oh,
That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, well, they just let them stand there at breakfast and hold the flag. They said he done ate all his breakfast. It was crazy, but they said they made good cops.
Good flag holders too. I think this is part of the reason, to your point, Greg, is like school now rewards the lowest rung on the pyramid here, which is just remember. So recalling facts, duplicate lists, memorization. Which memorization is important when we're talking about certain things, but when we don't have any applying or understanding.
Yeah. Here's what a lack of civic education does. I've got the team committed to taking all of your liberties from you, your freedom from you, blowing the democracy bugle like there's no tomorrow. And listen, when people say democracy, you want to know a democratic institution? Lynch mob. Lynching was democratic. Everyone voted. Yeah, let's hang the guy. Yay! It's democratic as fuck. Democracy is A and B deciding what C should do for D. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. It's mentioned nowhere in our Constitution. It's not in the Declaration of Independence. In fact, our government was built to protect people from democracies. And what does that look like? Freedom of speech, right to assemble, your right to property, your right to a fair trial. These are all to protect you from the mob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny that most people don't realize when they yell the democracy thing, they really should be yelling individual liberties. Is really what they think.
Be afraid of the morons touting going to do this to our democracy, and what they're upset at is interference in them taking some of our liberties. I ask the kids, is it give me democracy or give me death, or give me liberty or give me death?
Yeah, that was cool. When you said that.
Give me democracy.
So this, to our point, this is what happens when you quit diagramming fucking sentences. It's easier to talk you into thinking that a democracy is what it's all about. What is like one in a 1,000 fucking high school seniors know that this is a republic, a democratic republic?
If that.
I would live anywhere in the world where I had the liberties that our Constitution gives us under almost any form of government, over a place where I had none of those liberties, but we made, I don't care who, Taylor Swift the queen, whatever you fucking idiots want, and Gavin Newsom the prince. If we let the left have their way, they'd have AOC and Gavin. And you know why? You know what they require? What they do? They're pretty. So help me God, that's it. That's the brains. They're pretty. And the Democrats would fucking faint for that ticket.
What do you think about this?
And they beat any old white guys, no matter how smart they were, or Jesus like in their decency. Nothing would matter. Pretty trumps everything else. And put your mask back on.
For your safety.
Yeah. Tell me what I should fear most. I hope the climate doesn't change. Have you noticed the anthropogenic global warming going on all over?
Yeah, that conversation slowly left the room.
All the arguments, all the fighting, all the criticism of the bullshit science was on the subject of anthropogenic global warming. The entire discussion was on that. Then it became climate change, and all of a sudden we have a trivial prediction, but man-made regardless. You strip the science and leave the guilt. It's still anthropogenic. I got a great one with Gemini in this. I just beat on that fucking thing until it's okay, you know. I can wear it out
To where it finally concedes?
What's that?
To where it concedes?
No, it's like just starts. It gets my riff, and that's I got the other night. That's what a lot of chemists and physicists and engineers have said. Yeah, I'm like, I'll bet that it's non-science. Listen, I asked, well, okay, then I'll be the stock witness. Just tell me that it wasn't changed for political reasons from AGW to anthropogenic climate change. That there wasn't a political advantage. And I said, you first of all, and then it listed some documents and that explained what the purpose was in the change. And they couldn't have been more political, but I don't even go down that route. The problem is that it puts it into the turf of an untestable proposition. It's always changed. One of the requirements of a hypothesis is it has to account for all the data in its specified domain with no contradictions, making a novel, non-trivial prediction. This is a trivial prediction. So I said, well, okay, I'll be your stock guru then. The Dow is going to go up or down or both, and it's going to be, and I'm going to cause that. And I got this long thinking as well. So your point is, exactly like that. The fuck, exactly like that. What a nice place to be. The one thing that climate has always done is changed. And now it's going to change, and it's my fault. And you know what the problem with the problem with AGW was that it's a testable proposition, and the fucking worst thing possible happened, a cooling trend. And we're going to see this Maurer minimum and the twin dynamo effect thing is going to happen in 2036. I think that's solid science. And what we like about these people's model is that it passes the test of retrodiction. It predicts the big, looking backwards, it shows the big ice ages and the little ones. And when you roll it forward, it says in 36, we're going to have the same conditions with a Maurer minimum that we had. And it's this twin dynamo. The lady's name starts with a Z, Royal Astronomy Society. And it's funny, you get into the climate change lunacy bins, and you find acknowledgement of her work and the effect and the science. It's all about, I think she overstates the, fuck you. It's going to get cold by 2036, really cold. And it's going to be our fault. And the sun's. And the sun's radiation and thermal oscillations.
Pat, you're talking about consensus science, buddy. If you actually believed in that hypothesis definition, you wouldn't say vaccines cause autism. You refuse the data and thousands of studies there. You're referencing, you're talking about consensus.
I don't understand what you're saying, Pat. I'd like to.
He's saying he's saying you should believe everything scientists say because they're called scientists.
Oh yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But both of these problems could be solved if we just have tax dollars flow into initiatives. We just got to bring in more regulation, more tax dollars, and I think we'll be on the right track, guys. All of it.
Just throw money at it.
Climate, doesn't matter. We're just going to pass a big bill.
On the vaccine issue, Pat, I have to look at the thing in terms of plausibilities, and science doesn't have to do that so much. Science works with an objective domain of observations and outputs of a range that's objective predictions. And you can talk scientifically about the data, but look, on the vaccines, Pat, what do you make? Let's go back into the world of plausibility, because you can do with this better than I think you can the math or the science. Why do you think they wanted to wait 75 years to show the data on the vaccines? Paint for me a positive picture. So that you go into court, yeah, we want to hold the raw data for 75 years before it's seen. What? How do you imagine, Pat, a vaccine so fucking good that tested so positively that we would probably fall over in apoplectic wonder if we saw how good it was? If you don't see through that, you can't raise children. I'll tell you that. Your daughter's hiding her report card because she got all A's. I used to hide my report card.
Mine got lost in the mail.
Report cards? No.
I would take mine to Kinko's and doctor it up a little bit.
Wow, you were good.
No, this story on the vaccines isn't a pretty one. And if you want to talk about science related to vaccine, I think nothing trumps. Certainly, I trust the insurance company insiders more than I do the vaccine manufacturers. The insiders in the vaccine industry are saying it's dangerous. The insiders in the insurance industry are saying it killed a bunch of people. There. A book was written about this by a gillionaire. The vaccine was a mistake.
Marshall Engel, former editor-in-chief of the New England Journal of Medicine, expressed skepticism about the credibility of much clinical research and medical guidelines. I think so did Richard Smith. What was he? He was the
he was, well, Marcia Engel was the New England Journal of Medicine editor for almost 25 years. She said that the capture of the FDA was 100% and had been since, I think, 1985 is the date she gives. 100% from New England Journal of Medicine.
Richard Horton, the editor-in-chief of The Lancet, said 50% of the stuff in The Lancet is not to be true.
Yep.
Oh, boy. John Ioannidis.
Most recent findings are false, 2016. And if you look at the method by which he does it, it's funny. He uses a Bayesian approach, which basically denies the frequentist bullshit that is the work product of the university. And this is Ronald Fisher and Karl Popper and his frequentism. It's a deductivist nightmare. Deductivism can only be rivaled by collectivism in terms of its poisoning of the American mind.
By the way, that's no one kicking their desk. That's construction going on at Greg's house.
I can't dare make him stop.
The British medical editor of the British Medical Journal, the editor of the New England Journal of Medicine, and the editor at the Lancet, all the chief editors, said that 50% of the shit in their journals is bullshit.
Let's go back to Ioannidis. I think that the methods by which Ioannidis comes to conclusion. I mean, it's the method was solid. There's a massive uncertainty created by null hypothesis significance testing. And what Ioannidis was talking about is really no different than what the American Statistical Association asked of when they asked for the stop using p-values. There's a book written on this called Bernoulli's fallacy. And I think everyone ought to grab a copy of that and do your best to read it. Some of it's kind of politically stupid in a place or two, but the exposition given around some kind of complex math that's had real world horrible consequences is pretty powerful. But we sit right now with a corpus of medical research that you can really, we don't know what of it's bullshit or not.
In 2005, he wrote an essay, Why Most Published Research Findings Are False, most accessed article in the history of Public Library of Science.
He for those of you that like peer review, he's the most cited physician and the 9th most cited of all scientists in high impact journals. He's a legend in the infectious epidemiology world, both as a mathematician and as a researcher, an infectious disease guy
at Stanford.
He's probably the most famous physician in the world, and I don't mean like Taylor Swift famous. I mean amongst people that study and look at medicine and read medical journals famous.
He won the award from the Greek Mathematical Society. Wow, he's a smarty pants.
He's been brilliant for a long time. I mean, he was involved with Bhattacharya on this seroprevalence test where they, like, for some crazy fucking reason, about a third of the people they tested had antibodies for this brand new virus that had just got to our shore.
He has 4 appointments at Stanford, professor of medicine, professor of epidemiology, professor of population health and statistics.
Damn. In biomedical data science.
Can we agree on what most means?
Can we agree what?
Well, on what most means?
Yeah.
Yeah, more than half, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep, that's what he meant. And he actually there's some profound, I mean, I don't know if anyone is going, you're wrong. I mean, it's pretty undeniable what he's saying. And it's also undeniable that we got here through null hypothesis significance testing and p-values. And tied to that is a belief that probability can only be taken of data and not of hypothesis. The logic of what happened academically to derail university primary research, Pat, what happened is well understood, and I find it frankly exciting that the people that part of the people that understand it like in the exact manner I'm describing here, in the exact manner, are the people doing AI. Thus my fondness for these AI platforms, because the ones that are getting a lot of attention have a super keen insight as to where it is that what makes what you're engaging possible. Feed it. Ask if Edwin T. James. It's funny. I've had these E.T. James important to AI, and I was like, look, I'm talking Edwin T. James, and I give birthdays. Well, yeah, at the heart of everything going on here. You know, it's pretty cool. Or Cox and Cox's theorem. We're in the midst of a scientific revolution, and the missteps within the university in terms of primary research, and like, who cares that psychology is infected? Who cares that sociology is infected? But that medicine has this same epistemic disease is a fucking disaster. Rigor Mortis is about this. The book?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great
book.
Great book. What's wrong? Everything.
I should reread that.
And how much of it too is it like the null hypothesis, and then it's the gasoline poured on the fire is the fact that the funding for a lot of these researches and testing, right? So you have a flawed initial way of doing it, but then on top of that, it's like
That's right. That's right. And Richard Horton said it was easily jiggered. How do you like that? Easily jiggered. Yes. And so when you need is a null hypothesis and to show it improbable, and there's so far our alternative must be true. Yay! And you pop champagne, you're going to end up filling the coffers with a lot of bullshit science. And there's ways to do it. One of the ones that has the most magician-like effect is to increase your sample size.
Yeah, because then you'll get the data to say what you needed to say in order for you to get all your stuff passed.
You test more people, and I'll yeah. With a large enough sample space, a placebo will show effect. You'll have a power problem. But that's okay. No one's asking for that. I got my p-values. Give me my award. I want some tenure, a new lab, and I'd like Sebi to be my lovely assistant.
Can do that.
And then we just get 10 others to agree, and now it's been peer reviewed, and it's the consensus. And if you don't agree, you don't trust the science.
I read of the level of corruption at a pharma event from a physician in attendance writing on Jason Fung's website. And the things he described, I read to our artist, and she drew them on a poster, and the New York Times called me a pornographer.
Oh, God.
I'm just mapping the way it is.
I just drew a picture of what this doctor said was going on. I just read it to her. I got it to her. Like it was a cut case. Jesus Christ, I'm a pornographer.
Hey, this is way off subject, but just now with that,
listen to this. How about to miss the point that the behavior was obscene?
Yeah,
right.
Let me fix my lighting.
it was weird. There was like some stuff like moving around on the screen above him. Like I don't know what that was. If that was bugs on the window or what. That was
outside working. I think
It was the light that came through.
there were these little tiny. I don't know what they were.
You're scared.
Yeah, so you point to the way that big-titted pharma saleswomen were using their big tits and their looks to help sales, and then you're the pornographer because you point that out.
Yes.
Literally just showed what it was.
He was talking about they'd go to a golf thing, and they had these girls that didn't know how to golf, and the guys were up behind them helping them, and people were popping pills and drinking and doing cocaine, and he was just aghast at the level of debauchery, sexual and drug-wise.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it too. I got the mess one. The mess one's
the
amazing.
picture.
Yeah. I
I
wonder.
hold up in a tube somewhere.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is I think you made it available on CrossFit.com because I had the big download of it. I've been meaning to print that thing out into a big poster. Yeah, it's, believe it or not, on January 11, 2019, it's still available for download in full size off of CrossFit.com.
It is?
Yeah. Uh-huh. You just got to type in CrossFit Health, the mess. And I'm trying to find the other one because I know exactly the drawing Greg is talking about.
You can still download the whole...
The main one. It's just up. It was always up and available for free.
That's awesome. Send me that link, would you?
Yeah, I'll send it right over.
Hey, my favorite part about the pandemic...
We lost that relationship when she wouldn't draw. I wanted her to draw some 55-year-old guy with glasses and a mask on with terrified eyes and maybe, all sweated up. And on the mask, I wanted a big fucking camel toe.
That you and the artist wouldn't do it?
No, she wouldn't do it. She goes, "This is where I draw the line. My dad is immunocompromised, and I'm overweight." And
By the way, I saw gas at my house went down to $3.99. I haven't seen below $4.79, and
that's just Gavin. and AOC
in 5 years.
This is that's the one you were talking about there, Greg.
I don't remember. Oh, that must be just a portion of it, right?
No, this is that's a separate one. That was published on
God, that's wild.
CrossFit.com. Yeah, this was just like the one, and this was, you guys talked about this a couple months back too. But yeah, there's all the pharma reps. You know, you got all the doctors, and this guy's got a beer helmet on, and
I don't remember this one. That's so weird. I remember a different one.
You're remembering the one that has the real people in it. William Kramer, I'm in there. Gary Taubes,
yeah,
are amongst the crowd, and that's where the Gatorade was running. Coke and Pepsi were working the grinding the organ of government.
Yeah, that's the mess one. And it's cool because there's so many, like you were saying, there's so many little things in there that you could kind of look at it all day and you'll see different stuff, right? So the NIH, ACSM, you got the food pyramid in the background.
Kramer in there getting his Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh yeah.
And look at the Coke and the ACSM, the food pyramid.
Yep. And then you Capitol Hill there as well, the CDC. You got CrossFit destroying the NSCA. And
look at the chronic disease. They're winged angels in wheelchairs.
Yes. With their
coming out of the Coke factory or something.
Yep. They're coming right back behind there.
Isn't that great?
Look at the guy with the amputated leg.
Yep.
Coughing up dollar bills.
Oh, that's someone famous. I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but these are all people.
And same with these. These were the people that died due to dehydration.
That's right there.
With the small font on there, drink as much as you could tolerate. Look at that, the ACSM rating. CrossFit. That's funny.
Hey, this sums up how the this characterizes well how we were at CrossFit.
Look at this. Those are all.
Yeah.
I know those names.
Yep. You got science wars on that briefcase, disease economy across that bed.
Look at is that Russ Berger and Russ Green back there?
Yeah.
Is that Marshall
and Greg
Brennan?
Yeah, with Pukey.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Look at all the prescription coming out of her shirt.
Holy shit! I never even noticed that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could just kind of scroll around in here and zoom in and see it. Still available for download. Get it while it's still legal.
Man.
Whoever created that had too much fun doing the titties.
It was a girl.
He did a good job of everything, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there are people that will notice only that. Yes. You could probably get a job for the New York Times. That's all they saw too.
It's just the titties.
I mean, it's a depiction of an obscene circumstance. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know,
but real. Did your Swaharo come in?
No, they don't want to get it here until they're pretty much done with everything. We're still going to pump some cement over the house for the foundation for the sauna. And no one wants to be anywhere near that thing once it's around.
Right. No one wants to be responsible for fucking it up.
No, but it's mine.
Yeah, that's cool. I wanted to show you a video of this guy questioning. I don't remember what was that guy's name. Is his name Jason Wood? You know the guy who was talking about carbohydrates.
Oh, John.
It's John Wood.
Is it John Wood? Yeah. Yeah. The whole. Oh man.
It was a great response. The community gave him a good response, though.
Yeah.
How do I find this? John Wood. Okay, here it is. I'm on his Instagram, but I don't see the post.
Maybe
Tell
he
me
yanked it.
Tell me if you see. Oh, do you think he pulled it down?
Here, let me pull this down. Get you up.
I gotta let someone in the back door. Hold on, guys.
Okay. Oh, here it is. I found it. Wow, he got insane engagement on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that was the idea.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. We will define. I should wait till Greg comes before I read.
Yeah.
Ortega, you asked, why does my hair look wet? Do I put something in it? No, it looks wet because it is wet.
Got out of the showers. Got out of the shower moments ago.
I shower at about 6:39 every morning, 21 minutes before the show. I used to shower at 6:30. That's why I'm always late now, because I'm fucking around more.
Oh, you got it down to the minute, huh?
Dude, 5 years of doing this, it's so down. It's so down to the minute.
That's cool.
Yeah. Make sure if you want to check out a great book, check out that book, Rigor Mortis. It's great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's an easy read. It's an easy read too. It doesn't
covers a lot of dirt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of things wrong in a lot of areas.
Yeah. Man, that was back in the book. That was back I think I got that from the book club.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's book club or whatever, but on main site, right?
Yep.
And it was funny. It's scrolling through, and by funny I mean incredibly sad, scrolling through the 2019 main site stuff that's still in archive and seeing the stuff that was being published and produced then versus, well, not much now, but like it was just so in depth and there was so much cool shit.
Great banner year.
Yeah. It's just great stuff in there.
This will be the hill I die on. We will define high carbohydrate diet being above 50%. Okay, here we go.
With the high carb variant of CrossFit, and I said you're just going to have diseased people that are fit, and we've seen that phenomenon before.
Are we still going to believe this in the year 2026 that carbohydrates are the culprit of disease? That consuming carbohydrates when you're doing very intense exercise is a bad idea? Are there people out there that believe this, that buy into it, that advise their athletes to not consume carbohydrates when they're working out really intensely? I mean, I'm asking for help. And if those coaches are out there, please send me this information that you have that is going to put me in a disease population and the people I train, because I haven't seen it. I would love to hear you out. Slide into my DMs or in the comments.
With the high carb.
What do? You just point him at Zoe Harcombe?
Well, I don't know. I mean, to do a little bit of a dig here, it's probably I don't know how old he is, but I would think that even AI or Wikipedia might give me a Jim Fixx phenomenon article. That's how we refer to it internally. I mean, that settled it first, and then there was Ed Cook, I believe, the Cyclist Nutrition Bible. But look that up. Just what do you see, Mr. Souza? The Jim Fixx phenomenon.
What's interesting to me is this guy's been around a long time, and how has he not seen all the articles and resources and everything that's pointed to the fact that damaging the mitochondria, eating refined carbohydrates is it? How does he not?
Yeah, Jim Fix, author of the best-selling The Complete Running, died of a heart attack.
Mel Sif. I got into him with this on the same topic. I said, Mel, your fucking heart disease is caused by your diet. And he goes, you never been to my house, haven't been out to eat with you. Where the fuck you get this from? And we're like page 27 of your book, you said you're drinking a liter a day. He was in South Africa, so he had to drink liters. He couldn't do quarts. But he had a liter a day of fucking pineapple juice for the bromelian. How much fucking carbohydrate is there? I took a guess at the time. I didn't even have to look that shit up. It's a fatal.
Wow.
It's a fatal dose of carbohydrate. Everyone, you want to croak? You want to have fucking heart disease? Drink a fucking liter of pineapple juice every day.
Run 100 miles a week and live off of gel packs. I don't care how skinny you are. You're going down. How about those? I don't drink margaritas. I drink spicy margaritas. Yeah, those are definitely bad for you. Don't drink those if you want to avoid the
skinny ones.
Yeah. Oh, you got me, Deshaun. You got me.
It's
I only had 4 last week. In the morning. Per morning. Just woke up. Just live off of those.
Yeah, there's a list of them that died from heart attacks. Famous marathon runners.
It's not a point for you.
Look up Ed Cook. I think that's the name.
But the vitamin C, yes.
The Cyclist Nutrition Bible Almanac, whatever.
That guy died, right?
Yeah, on a bike ride. Sad. Wife wouldn't release the autopsy. I said, you don't have to. I've read it. I've read the Nutrition Bible. You can make the argument without me engaging or wanting to challenge that you can exercise so hard that the fat portion of metabolic disease won't be there. And ask me, have I met skinny girls with terminal carbohydrate addiction? I have. They're anorexics. They're all carb addicts, by the way. I challenged a noted author and authority who was running a program for anorexics. I go, bring me one girl that I get the caloric deficit and is starving to death. I understand. I don't need that explained to me. My observation is that these girls that are here when we unlock the doors at 5 a.m. with their little bag of rice cakes, they never have anything other than just horse shit carb. They don't come in with avocado. They don't have cashews. It's still at low calorie. In fact, what you see is that their essential fatty acid and essential amino acid intake seems to have fallen off the radar. So I do not know that this is not organic brain disease. And she's, well, I'll prove you wrong. And I said, okay, I'll bring the girl in that's just getting by on the tiniest little bits of avocado and cashew and jerky, just not enough to sustain life. And I'll train her for free for the rest of her sweet life. And she never brought me such a person, and I wouldn't shut up about it. So she quit coming to my gym. Noted authority, famous lady's been on fucking Oprah and shit. No, the carbs are playing a role in almost anything that's obsessive compulsive.
In this article about the Jim Fix thing, it said that Jim believed that exercise was key and that diet and nutrition played a far smaller part in health. Isn't that ironic? Gym Fix was unhealthy on the inside.
When your fuel system is toxic, burning more of it isn't the goal. That's like, you know what, you got a bad grade point average, so take more classes. I don't know, I could play long, but
Caller, hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, Pedro Moss.
Yep.
Good morning.
Did you ever see Obama flying on a flying pig?
Obama flying on a flying fig?
Yeah, I just posted my little picture.
Oh no, I didn't
You
see
want
it.
to take a look? I did. Yeah, you should take a look.
Okay, I will.
I'm a pretty good artist. You can just my you know the X account.
What is it? It's Pedro Moss?
Yeah, on X.
Let me see. I typed in Pedro Moss into X. I don't see Obama on a flying fig. Like the fig on a fruit tree?
No, pig.
Oh.
I make a drawing.
I thought you were a gardener. I didn't know you were
I do all kinds of things.
I didn't know you were an artist.
Yeah, I'm an architect too.
Oh, okay.
And a furniture designer.
It's I don't see it. Pedro Moss. Following one person, 0 followers, 0 posts. I must be
No post?
I must be on the wrong account.
Yeah, probably this one.
Hey, how is everything? What do you think about carbohydrates? Are they bad for you?
Well, yeah, but you got to get the good ones. There's a special plant that has good ones.
A special plant?
I got a list of this.
What's
Yeah,
this?
there's some beans that are special
Some
for the
beans?
carbohydrate. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I got a whole list. If you want, I can send you
it's the magic ones.
what?
Jack and the Beanstalk.
I just got a book. Greg just got me a book, Cooking with Beans. I love beans. Sprouted beans,
There's
cooked beans.
Hey,
mesquite beans. It's the good sugar for diabetic.
Patrick, some guy started a Beans of the Month club where he sends rare and unusual beans out to people, and it's huge. It's huge. He might get rich off this shit. Got a cookbook.
I don't want you guys by any means to think that Greg is perfect. Greg is perfect. Greg's like, hey, do you like beans? I said, yeah. He's like, you got to see this bean book. He's like, get one for your mom. So Greg's spreading carbohydrates through the bean book. So he bought this for my mom. My mom loves beans.
Scarlet runner beans and winged beans. Scarlet runner beans
Okay.
and winged beans.
All right.
Those are the best ones. The winged beans have potatoes on the bottom of them.
All right,
And the
Pedro.
scarlet.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for calling. Bye. All right, beans. All right.
All right.
Yes. Hopefully my mom comes over today and I'll gift her that from you, Greg. That's a beautiful book.
There's some of the beans are crazy. There's some that have like leopard spots.
The Bean Book.
Good morning, Matthew.
And you know what? Listen,
Hello.
I want to correct the record here. If I'm
Okay,
not-
hold on 1 second, Matthew. Hold on.
I really like
I'm
beans,
fine.
but I don't eat a lot of them or eat them often. Not a lot or often.
Right. Well, my mom's
What makes it distinct? What's distinct about them is they're vegetable, right?
I guess they're a plant.
Well, anyways, it's one of the few vegetables that didn't just bother me as a kid.
Yes, beans are considered vegetables.
Mhm.
Okay, you put beans on my plate and I wouldn't cry. Brussels sprouts, fuck. It was spinach and corn. That was all I could
Hey, and they're
talk.
counted as the protein food group. My mom looks as healthy as you can be. She CrossFits 3 days a week and she's 80, I don't know, 5 years old. I don't know how old my mom is, but I bet every time she comes to my house, she brings a salad with beans in it. So, caller, go ahead.
All right, I normally don't get to call in during the Greg Glassman show, so I just want to call in and say I want to thank Greg. I'm going to re-up my level 2 in March, and just appreciate everything he's brought to the world that has now changed my life to be a CrossFit coach.
Thanks, brother. It's kind of you.
Yeah.
Always,
How's it?
always good to hear from you. Thank you.
All right, bro. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Later, dude.
All right, just a compliment. So thank you. Homan announces drawdown of federal presence in Minnesota. Hails unprecedented cooperation from local police. Good morning. Pedro Moss broke the seal.
What's up, y'all?
Yo, what's up?
I saw that Sean Baker and Greg got to meet at the Seattle MetFix Foundation seminar.
Oh.
I got more out of them than I thought I was going to get. You know, I mean, I come at it from a couple of angles here. I'm a little bit bored with food. I think carbohydrates kill. In particular, fructose is the one I'm really after, and so sugar's my problem. So I find easy agreement, and I find most conversations around nutrition boring. I'm really interested in and I got to explain this event. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to go down this road too, by the way. Why does the Broken Science Initiative host MetFix? And the reason is because the greatest tragedy of broken science is that you don't know the truth about your metabolism. That's the tragedy of broken science, is that you don't know what sugar's doing to your fucking body. That our public health institutions won't share that with you. That it's causing obesity and heart disease and likely cancer. That the information needed to process that it has enemies in our public health agencies. And we're in a different place now with Bhattacharya and Bobby RFK Jr. in there. But that's why that was there. So, Mr. Baker, I think I've got a little friendship going here. He was a Army trauma surgeon, and he's I don't want to get in any kind of trouble here, but we share some concerns about fast talking longevity docs. And for me, my angle on this concern is that the difference between a Zoe Harcombe, a Tim Noakes, and a Ufi Ravenskov, and a Tom Seyfried, and some of these podcasters with big followings, is that the real deal will frequently give you an I don't know. That's a good question. A lot of people looking at that. Here's a couple schools of thought, and they don't have the ability to just keep fucking talking, lip flapping, knowing everything. We've had too much of that. God, someone comes in name, and I just don't want to start another fucking fight, but I'm gonna keep pushing the glasses up. Up to 5 desaturates. You know, we know that for a fact. You know, you don't know the shit for a fact. Most of what he knows has never been measured. You know, and the bummer is, doesn't mean he's wrong. This is the problem with Mel Sif. He thought everything was bullshit. Well, you're close, and almost everything is. You know, we got big agreement on that. He called bullshit on all kinds of stuff. Good for you, Mel. He just didn't figure out what he was doing to himself for bromelian. That's why he drank the pineapple juice.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was good for his joints. It might have been. It was his heart that fucking paved over, though.
Anything else, Clay?
Yeah, I was gonna say that right now with like Sean Baker, Dr. Chafee, the steak and butter gal, they're talking about how a lot of people are moving away from carnivore because their insulin levels are actually raising and they're becoming too high, is because they're not consuming enough fat when protein becomes the primary insulin driver in the body in the absence of no carb. Then they're like, oh, we're back to where we started with high insulin levels and I feel like trash. But
Yeah.
really, the therapeutic part of carnivore is the fat consumption, 70-30.
Yeah, if you get a protein bolus in excess of 35 grams, there's a known insulin response. And and you know, I heard this first in 1989, and Sears made a big point of it in the zone that you get over 35 grams of carbohydrate. Is that no, not 35? Yeah, 35 grams. You get a 35 gram, but you know it's in other words, if your steak fills your plate, you probably get an insulin response from it.
Consuming more than 35 grams of protein, particularly fast-acting protein like whey, can trigger a rapid insulin spike within 15 minutes. The thing is
And we were able to do it with beef.
While protein stabilizes blood sugar, large amounts, especially over 75 grams, can cause a sustained rise in insulin. The thing is, a can of tuna has 15 grams of protein. Like, you're not eating 3 cans of tuna. You can't chew that much.
It's disgusting.
There's an
Get
off.
sick of it first.
Your enthusiasm for all of it would diminish with time, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a cut of
more meals? If you feel you really have that kind of requirement for a total load, then eat more meals. But we never saw anyone go more than 5 meals a day, letting them creep up to that 35 gram mark. And I could feed NFL linemen off that. And what was fascinating is that a lot of them decreased, and this is Oakland Raiders, decreased body fat and maintained body weight. And you know, it's sad that you probably have to explain what the potency of that is, but it was a fact.
To your point, Clay, a ribeye has 69 grams of protein.
Right. Like yesterday, I had 2 of those Costco frozen burger patties. They're about 25 grams of protein a piece, but 30 grams of fat. And then I had a ribeye for dinner and then 2 eggs early in the morning, and then along with some raw milk. So I'm getting a little bit of carbohydrate consumption there, but I'm still pretty low carb. And I'm thriving from it. I know everybody can't handle it because they've got their sugar addiction. And back to the John Wood thing, it's the issue with the John Woods and the CBG guys is they're talking about people eating for performance versus eating for longevity. And when that performance comes into play, they're not thinking about their health. And that's what, at me as a CrossFit coach, I tell my people, I'm like, you cannot sacrifice your health just because you want to win this workout today. I'm sorry, but that's all these people are talking about.
I'm hearing 3 axes here. I'm hearing perhaps, you know, or maybe 3, certainly 3 camps, but the health and I don't see a health and longevity camp. I see people that understand the etiology of disease and promote disease avoidance. I'd consider myself in that group. In the longevity crowd, I'm not real impressed with what's going on there. And then the eating for performance, those are the half-wits. Those are the people who don't understand that the solution to bad food isn't more of it. Imagine trying to run a cafe like that. No one likes my souffle. We'll make a bigger one. We need more of it. The problem is with the fuel, and doing that for performance. First off, I don't know that I believe it. And B, were it true, it doesn't help at all. It doesn't suggest
It was disproven.
I'm sorry?
It was disproven. Nick Norwitz, who I mentioned, I think a month ago,
Yep.
said we looked him up. He just had the doctor on that did like a full, 100 meta-analysis of human random control trials, that there is a certain limit that you can only eat so many carbohydrates to where you're going to maximize performance. But when you're overfilling on carbohydrates, then it just goes straight to fat storage, and then you just like these elite athletes training just to keep their body fat down.
You got to do everyone a favor and not use proven ever when talking about science. It plays no proof, plays no role in science.
What should he say? Just
See
study?
or a study was shown, cite the guy you like and let me know why I'd trust him. Steer me towards people that aren't publishing p-values and null hypothesis significance tests. What we need here, the problem with this tainted science, and it's corrupt in two senses. It's corrupted epistemically. The method is no longer the scientific method. That's the problem with null hypothesis significance testing, that it denies the probability of a hypothesis and demands the probability of data, and then makes this confusion of the inverse on an agreement that was okayed by Ronald Fisher and for which he became knighted to we will shake hands and agree to use this fallacy and wink at each other and fill the coffers with research. That's the problem we have. And what you all need to do is learn plausibility. There's no studies don't prove anything. Science isn't in the business of proving. And it's that kind of certainty too that's gotten us kind of in the mess we're in. What science does is makes predictions that in the space of human experience are unique in their predictive strength. Its models are unique in its predictive strength, and that is the hallmark of modern science. This postmodern science, what it has done is it has exchanged the predictive strength of an hypothesis as its validation with a null hypothesis and significance testing and p-values. And there's a crazy irony here that system itself is a hybrid of two competing systems where everyone is agreement that they couldn't be mixed. So it's a crazy thing. This is the truth of that. This is the truth of that system. And this isn't me talking. Nothing I've said here is anything other than what is known by almost all data scientists at this point. Almost all of them.
Clay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Just everything. What he has as a CrossFit coach is a clinical experience. That's what you have. And hey, Nadia Shatia's gym was purchased by a fellow named Ravi, just a delightful man, as a sad state of affairs that she had to give up the gym because of what the homeless were doing to it. But the fellow that picked it up because he had cured his type 2 diabetes and his mother's with his CrossFit work. So he says, I should own one of these gyms. So he becomes a MetFix affiliate at the speed of light, right? I mean, he doesn't need any of it explained to him. His diabetes went away at CrossFit. Then he made his mom's go away. And that's what he does now. They make people's diabetes go away.
So let me make this real practical. So
once you do that, let me just say this, and then I'm going to stop talking so much. Once you've done what Ravi does, once you've done what I do, once you've done what every single fucking affiliate of 10 years has been able to do, the question of debate on this, it's kind of weird. Like why the fuck would I debate you?
Greg, if you had to put together, I give you an 18-year-old male who's proficient in the top 1% of 1% in terms of movement and athletic performance and skills and all that stuff. And I tell you, hey, we need to get this guy to win the CrossFit Games in 5 years. Don't you put him on a dose of steroids and gummy bears and high protein? He like the steroids are help the recovery, the sugars to help the so he can train more, and the protein is to help the rebuild. Isn't there like some sort of like, now I'm not suggesting that that's the way that would make them healthy, but isn't there an argument that if you're working out 3 times a day that you couldn't consume enough fuel
Let me tell you
using these other pathways? I'm just please
where
go
I
ahead.
have low interest, and it's in
Yeah.
Nazi-like experiments with trying to medically improve performance, whether it's steroids and what was the guy's name up at Nike, the famous fucking coach? And it turned out they were trying to find what prescription drugs would enhance performance but not show up on tests. And
Wow.
that sounds like you work for fucking Adolf Hitler. And the fact that there's, what's his name? Tell me.
Was it Albert Salazar?
Yes, it was. And
Alberto.
And to think of taking human beings and exposing them to prescription drugs that you think have effects that mimic the bad things but won't be tested on, that kind of thing, I find it kiddie porn wrong. And so I'm not interested in enhancing performance with a diet that I know destroys human beings.
Okay, I hear you. Okay, so you're at the CrossFit Games. You just finished Fran. You have a 10-minute turnaround time, and you're going to go on a 10-mile run. You're opposed to. I'm not talking about the health issues, but would you recommend that they? Would you be okay if they suck down a Sprite?
I couldn't tell a well-known Hall of Fame football player who has since passed away that he should quit steroids. I couldn't tell him that. Like, dude, this is am I going to recommend that? Fuck no.
Right. Okay.
I don't recommend the NFL either.
I feel like a good analogy too is like Livermore is what 35 miles or so away from San Francisco. If I head west,
She got big. Wow.
yeah, she did quick.
Sorry, go ahead,
And-
Susan. Livermore.
35 miles west. I would head west to get to San Francisco, right? And let's say I was going to leave right now at 8:20. There's a fair amount of traffic. So what's the fastest way I could get there? Well, I could hop in my car and I could try to speed through the traffic. There's going to be a certain amount of risk with that, and I might end up kind of slowing down. Or I could jump on a motorcycle, some sort of 1,000, and I could really speed down and get to
Get
San
there in
Francisco.
15 minutes, lane
Get there
splitting and the
15
whole
minutes,
thing. Yeah.
right? Yeah, but what's the risk reward versus that? Because the chance of
Right.
me hopping on that motorcycle, going down, eventually dying is very, very high. And then if I take it one step back and I use the car, so I take the steroids, I take the prescription drugs out, but I still eat all the crap, I'm still gonna move quicker. I'm still gonna take risks, but it'll be a little bit less risky than utilizing the motorcycle. As opposed to if I just drove the speed limit and cruised, I would get there every single time with a very low amount of risk.
And young people are willing to take some pretty serious risks.
They'll jump on the RX 1000 and freaking pin it to the thing and do 185 swimming through traffic until they die.
Yeah.
Texting ruined motorcycling.
Yes.
How I see it in my head.
Yeah.
The hospital that Will Wright works at in the county seat of Santa Barbara, and I think it's a 400-bed hospital, but there are 5 physicians there that have lost family members to, and the range of the decedents is, it's like from 2 to 50 something, but lost children to texting.
This is a good point Sean makes, especially if you're getting paid more to get there faster.
Yeah.
But you won't think about that, how fast you got there when you're 70 or if you're dead.
Just be happy you're there.
Yeah. When you're 70, you won't be like, I remember this one time I made it to San Francisco in 15 minutes.
I was the fastest on earth that year.
Elite Performance, Cop Coaching CrossFit. Elite Performance is a flash in the pan, and it sure is fun to watch, but it's not recommended or sustainable.
Agreed. In fact, they output at a non-training output. It's a detraining mode, the exhibition, the performance, right, man?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when they're all done, they need to rest.
Yeah. And then eat some gummy bears and get ready to go again.
You'd do the same thing with a motorcycle engine, by the way. You would in the race ask things of it that you wouldn't in practice.
Mm-hmm.
That you couldn't. That if you practice the way you raced, it's that way in all sport.
Yep. Breakdown. Want to work.
You want to shift subjects here for a second?
Yeah.
Did you by any chance see Melinda Gates' most recent interview?
No, but I did see the I do know that I saw where one of my longevity docs was going to help him medicate away her STD he got from the Russian horse.
Oh,
huh? Yeah, that came out in the Epstein thing.
Oh, I saw that, but someone. Oh, yes. I see. Yes.
You're gonna get sued by the Gates Foundation, and on your way to court, some Muslims are gonna kill you.
She just did an interview that's crazy.
Yep.
She basically, I mean, it's
I didn't know that she had VD.
She's basically admitting that she left him because she knew he was doing fucked up stuff with Epstein.
And she had said that earlier, but now
it's not fucking 30-year-old strippers, dude. Like, she's pretty clear that it's like it's kids, not she. I mean, you have to read between the lines a little bit, but she's not. It's not like he went to a bachelor party and got drunk and fucked a stripper, or he went to Thailand and do you know what I mean? I mean, she's just about outing him.
Yeah.
My ex would stare on a stack of Bibles as she saw me pictures there if someone would give her 75 cents to do so.
Oh, that's a good point. Well, she already got 30 billion.
Yeah, she sure did.
But you know what? There's no amount of money that you wouldn't then find out that you'd been medicated out of venereal disease. On the
yeah.
That would,
What is that? Like, you think you gave your chick gonorrhea, so you slipped gonorrhea pills into her orange juice in the morning?
Went down. That's what the email exchange was about. You got to give me something to put in her drink. I got this horrible clap from the Russians.
Jeez.
Hey, let me tell you something.
The guy who was telling us to wear masks and take vaccines was fucking Russian hookers without a condom. I mean, what the fuck is going on?
Bro, dude, don't be judgmental.
Okay, sorry.
Hey,
sorry.
I have never, so help me God, sent an email that I'd be like, oh my God, I'm ruined if anyone sees this. There's not been an email like that. I also don't do things like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't find myself looking over both shoulders and pulling the blinds off. The fuck?
Jeez.
I mean, it's one thing to do that, but how about fucking in an email? And that's the Microsoft guy.
Right.
Yeah. They know they're untouchable, or they thought they were. And honestly, I doubt we'll see anything happen to any of these people.
I agree. Nothing's going to happen.
Nothing's going to happen because they're all webbed in it.
The Russian collusion experience that every liberal on earth fucking swallowed whole, and the rest of us had to deal with incessantly. I had a journalist tell me from big name, top tier fucking household name journalist, tell me if it ain't Russian collusion, Greg, I ain't interested. There's one story right now. There's one story, and that's it. I was like, wow. Murray, you got duped, buddy. Duped.
Yeah.
Power.
Chattanooga, what's Greg's definition of intensity?
Power. That's what why CrossFit was what it was. We took the jargon of exercise science and applied physics to the deal. The definition that the ACSM had for fitness had 35 elements, and only 2 of which were conceivably quantifiable. It was entirely non-scientific. Lon Kilgore gave me credit for the world's first scientific definition of fitness,
Which wasn't the state of being fit.
It didn't have vitality. There's no one of the things is energy, and I was like, okay, that one's measurable, and power, but it went along with vitality, and I don't remember. It was absurd. You pass it around and no one would believe it. It had a science background.
So and power's not control, authority, or influence. That's not power.
They passed it around. Passed around the hat and let everyone throw something in.
Everybody got a credit for it.
Yeah. So the yoga.
Hey, what do you think? Okay.
There you go. All right. Thank you.
We map your power, and then the area under that curve becomes your work capacity through a simple numerical integration. If that's what you have to do. When my father became aware of the approach, he was just aghast that this isn't how everyone did everything. That I would actually apply to human beings the standard by which you would make motorcycles, cars, garage door openers.
Yep.
Like how about some fundamental mechanics? I had to vectorize the overhead squat. And that 3-dimensional health concept is where I'm wondering, can you raise that curtain high enough in your youth that it doesn't sit so high as at age? That wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know it? No. But I can tell you how to drop that curtain down short, and that's on the drinking pineapple juice for the bromelain, or eating bananas for the fucking potassium.
I remember when you presented this at the affiliate gathering in 2009, I think in Austin.
Yeah.
Or Nashville.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at that too, where is that? Where'd you find that, Sevon? I want to print that.
I'll send
like
you a
make
link.
a really nice framed poster and put it up somewhere here in the gym, maybe down the hall or something like that. Got the 100 words of fitness right here on the front door when you walk in.
I wonder.
I'm so glad to be away from that. There was a wonderful completeness to where I was at. I mean, my time was over. Like it's like we'll go back and say the same thing over again. That part of Metfix kind of like, thank God we have better lectures with more concision and the architecture coming from Bob Kaplan the way it has. But the problems in health are political, not metabolic, because the truth about metabolism isn't being allowed. And we have a break here with this new Health and Human Services. But look at the liberals' attitude towards it. You see that they're basically of the view that Bobby Kennedy's killing everyone. And now there's a new shadow CDC that's going to continue the good work that Bhattacharya won't allow. Yeah, that's fucking hysterical. That will be run by Coca-Cola. So help me God. Promise you.
Because they're going to need money.
No,
Funded by.
they want to make the science safe again.
Go back to what you just said about it's political because they won't let. What did you say?
Well, the truth about metabolics, the care and feeding of your mitochondria being the single most important thing in your fucking world, next to the people you love and you're putting food on the table for your kids. If you want to life free of disease, obesity, cardiovascular disease, coronary heart disease, chronic kidney disease, hypertension and all of the attendant illnesses with that, and what else? Retinal myopathy, diabetes. I don't go on and on and on. You want to avoid that. The care and feeding of your mitochondria is the thing nearest and dearest to you, whether you know it or not. So at the med fixing, I'm like, look, we're here because there's nothing more important. And I understand nobody gives a fuck. I'm okay with that, actually. I actually enjoy things that are profoundly important if you know. I kind of get off on that. But the fact that the quality of and length, in terms of the length and the quality of your life, what do I say? The goal is at 90 years old, you want to take your girlfriend to the rodeo on the back of your Harley, and when someone throws beer on her, you want to kick their ass and then take her home and fuck her, right? I mean,
yeah.
Or do you want to have low cholesterol? You tell me, right?
Yeah.
That functionality, that's what you want to hold on to, and that's our curtain. That's the animated pornographic version of the curtain. There, you want to keep these capacities for as long as possible, and that'll depend on your mitochondrial health. Sean Baker told me something interesting, that old cartilage is discolored and shitty, and what that is it's glycation. It's covalently bonded sugar to the cartilaginous structure. Dear God, I didn't, just when I thought it couldn't get worse, that too.
Arthritis.
Yeah, the sugar caramelizes cartilage. Sugar caramelizes the surface of your blood cells. Sugar paves over and caramelizes the vasa vasorum, causing the weakness in a high-pressure node for an artery, making it plaque over. Sugar caramelizes in the brain, creating these advanced glycated end products that we call on exam to Alzheimer's.
Articular cartilage damaged by disease can exhibit a brown, brittle, and damaged appearance similar to caramelized sugar or sugar cubes. This pathological change often involves the softening or breakdown of cartilage, leading to subchondral bone exposure and the deep deposition of iron-containing hemosiderin.
Hey, you know what? Check it out, man. It turns out there's no critical part of the body that you want to caramelize.
Hey, is that reversible?
I don't know.
Hey, this is a good Greg. I love Greg's definition of fitness and want to hear how he would explain intensity to a client.
Well, I know we all feel it. It's funny. There's a natural avoidance.
Almost a fear and an anxiety.
It's fun when it's done, was the line.
It's fun when it's done.
Mm-hmm. If you're sitting there reading the paper on the bike, you're not getting out of it a fraction. Good. I gotta go.
All right. Love you, buddy.
All right. Love you guys. Thank you,
Thanks,
everybody.
Bye.
Matt, come visit.
I will.
All right, guys.
Greg Glassman. Luckiest podcast on the internet. Every Wednesday.
That was Greg looking younger than last week. Nice haircut.
Haircut, shave. Haircut, shave. What is today? Wednesday?
Yep.
How was your 5:30 class?
It was
5:30
good.
or 5?
5:30 a.m. It was good. Had a full house. I think we had 17 people this morning.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's a good group.
What's a warm up for a 5:30 a.m. class?
So today we have the workout is one time through of 1,200-meter run, 60 box jump over step downs, and then 30 clean and jerks at 135.95, just one time through. So
How many 60 box overs?
Yeah, box jump, step down required.
Okay. And then what's the last thing?
30 clean and jerks.
Okay.
And then so how I warm them up is we run the perimeter, like almost like jujitsu class inside of the gym. It's freaking cold too, so we don't open that bay door until we have to. So I have them do 2 laps around the gym. Then they go to their boxes. They do some step ups, another 2 laps around the gym. If they're jumping in the workout, they'll jump and then do the step down. So kind of prime that up a little bit. And then another 2 laps around the gym. So by that time, you got the heart rate up. You start to see a couple of the layers come off. They'll grab their barbells. We did some clean deadlifts. So hitting each position, smooth and slow on the way down to mid shin, 5 reps of that. Couple barbell rows and brought up to the shoulders, elbow rotation, some strict press. Then we went over and opened up the front rack position, stretching that, opened up the tricep, the lats a little bit. Did some more shoulder warm-ups. Yeah, we'll do it in a band though. The old Kelly Starrett way, and kind of prime and drive down, and then some general shoulder warm-up stuff from there. Just body weight, just arm rolls, stretching out the wrists, stretching out the forearm a little bit. Then we come back over to the boxes. We threw the leg up on there to stretch the hamstring actively, stretch the calf, had them do some calf raises, some small jumps. Then just talked a little bit about the box jump and then the turn and step back. And then we brought them back over to the barbell. So I had them repeat the same barbell warm up. So the clean deadlifts again, and then the elbow rotations. But then we had push press, 5 push press. Then I took them through some clean drills, some power clean drills, and some jerk drills, then put it together in a power clean and jerk drill, and then had them do a couple with just the barbell to cycle it on their own, and then took a couple minutes to kind of build up to the weight that they were going to use in the workout. Then we popped the bay door, let the frozen tundra roll in, set the clock, turned up the music, and away we went.
Your warm-up is our workout.
That's right.
Or our warm-up, sorry. Our warm-up is your workout.
Is your workout. Yep.
I love it. That's good. I wrote that down. Maybe I'll do that today. I don't know about all that warm up.
Yeah, you should.
I'll do 10 minutes on the assault bike while I read the newspaper.
I like to kind of get their heart rate up, and like kind of a cue for me is like, does that first layer come off? You see the jacket kind of come off and the sweater come off during that warm up, and you're like, okay, cool.
It's the best time to do a workout. Wow. 5:30, huh?
It's early, man.
Oh boy. Early morning CrossFit classes are nuts. Our morning class 5:15, 6:30 are always between 15 and 25. Wow.
Yeah, it's always going to be the biggest class of the day. 5:30 p.m. is really big because not only is it a real popular class time, so like, that 15 to 20 range, but we're also running our upper body strength program right now, the push and pull. So we got about another 10, 12 people in that class running simultaneously. And then we'll usually have a couple people in the foundations class as well. So that time has been stacked. Great energy though.
That's how I feel with Sentinel. I'm spent after the warm up. I start at 4:30. Wow.
Whoa.
You go to an affiliate. Affiliate has a class at 4:30.
That is rough.
Our noon class has always been the biggest. That's just full of MILFs, right?
Interesting. Our noon class is pretty big too. And no, it's full like mixed match. Like people that work from home, like a lot of people that work from home will come to that class time. Some people that get like kind of the break through the day, and then then some people that are stay at home, but a lot of work from home people, I'd say.
I would think, I don't know, but the mommy class also would be like right after school drop off, like a 9:30 a.m.
That's a 9. Yeah, that's a 9 a.m. That's the 9 a.m. for us.
Oh yeah, yours is mostly MILFs. All right. And like 2 hot dudes who are slaying them. Ramirez, it looks like you work out all day. Sure, come on in. You can come on in.
Glistening.
Come on in, young man. Hi.
Hi.
We had a distribution of wealth discussion last night.
Oh, fun.
Hi.
No, I don't have my L3 or the L4. Took the L2 3 times. Coach's prep, then I got it, then it expired, then I got it again.
How's your video doing this morning?
Already 300 views.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I edited for 7 minutes. I got 7 minutes through in episode 32.
Wow. You woke up this morning and just started editing.
Got through music.
Oh, inspired, huh?
Stuff like that.
You pretty excited about your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
I did not feed my fish a lot today.
You didn't?
No. I'm getting worried about the tank is getting really yellow.
Oh, it's only 2 weeks old and we got a yellow tank.
Gotta clean that bad boy. Man, you got more than 300 views, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're up over 500 already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's only been up for 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
What time is it?
8:43.
No, it's not.
It's not 8:43?
No, Nico would. Oh, yeah. 8:40.
What do you like about making YouTube videos?
I think sometimes when I was a little kid,
When?
I would see like people just working on computers and like the keys clacking. I just like that. I think that's just fun. Working on a computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Editing?
Yeah.
Have you
And publishing is even more fun.
Just like getting
just like getting a video done.
Oh, and just and sending it out to the world.
Putting so much time in it and then feeling it and then feel like the feeling of getting it out.
Yeah, I remember that feeling.
That's the accomplishment portion of
Were
it.
you going to say something, Sousa?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if have you had him watching? I don't know if you know him, but Casey Neistat. Have you seen any of his older stuff?
No, I haven't heard that name in 10 years, but I should show Avi some of that stuff.
I think I think
Is he still around?
He is. He actually still. It was funny because I was thinking about sending you a couple of his older videos because you guys got, you have the capability. You should get that drone up one time over a couple of your guys' spots and get some cool establishing shots. And I think you could do some cool stuff. But like, if you watch his videos, it's very similar to the way that you edit, Avi. And I think that you would get some creative ideas from it and different things like that.
Oh, he just started publishing again.
Yeah.
He's kind of he took a little bit of a break, huh? He took like a 7-month break. 2 day, New York City scum. Is he getting political?
No.
No, okay.
Hey, Heidi.
Yeah.
I saw a YouTube video the other day.
Mm-hmm.
There's this building somewhere. I don't know where it was, but it's shaped like a quarter pipe. And some guy talked to like the owner of the building or something. It's so tall, and he built a ramp on the side of it. It was curved, and he dropped in 65 meters.
Wow.
Jeez.
On a big wheel skateboard.
Like the
So he got some speed wobbles on the last drop. It's so high, and they had a drone shot straight over the ramp. It was crazy.
What were you saying, Sousa, about getting what kind of drone shots?
Oh, just some cool establishing shots of some of the spots you guys go to. I don't know if you could fly it though. Like, can you fly it at the point and stuff like that?
Yeah. We have so many different drones. We could just put up a little drone and get an establishing shot.
Yeah,
we did. Cool. There's a video coming out. We went to the skate park and we were testing out the Neo 2, and we had it follow him around. We need to get that footage off the Neo 2. Yeah,
that type of stuff would be cool. It just had some cool different elements to the videos. You're doing a great job though. They're really entertaining.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting is yesterday he came up to me and goes, "Hey, I just watched the first video we put out," and he's laughing, and I go, "What?" And he goes, "We suck."
Yeah.
You think we've improved? And he goes, "Yeah, we've improved so much already." And it's like when you're and it reminds me of Hiller's work, right? When you look at Hiller's old stuff, but you don't even notice. Like, I don't feel like we're improving. I just feel like we're doing the same thing, but I guess we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Audio's
each one
better, lighting, camera, so much better.
I haven't watched.
Better. entertainment's better.
I haven't watched the whole thing, but the opening shots that you did with this newest one with the piano, and then the clips of you guys skateboarding and stuff, that was really good.
Yeah, that's fun doing that.
Yeah, that was great. That really like hooks you into the video.
There's some feature I know Final Cut Pro has where you can just click a button. It'll fix all the audio levels for you. It'll like find like a happy medium. We need to figure that out. That's probably such an easy thing to do. We need to watch a tutorial on that and get all the audio.
Yeah. Avi, do you know what a hook is?
No.
So a hook is the first, in your case, like on the longer videos, probably like the first like 30 seconds of your video.
Yeah.
And if you like your hook, it could also be leading into whatever the story you're trying to tell is, right? It's like I'm thinking about in terms of your mask video where you guys followed, like you had that thread of the mask the whole time.
Oh yeah.
So even though it might be out of place and it might not show up until you guys had the rental car, you could like a hook example for that video. You'd be like, oh my gosh, this mask made it all the way here. It went how many? And then like you cut off and then you do your intro and then you come in. So you're letting people know that there's going to be like this interesting thing to the story. But
Yeah,
then
like
don't tell
like
later.
a little. It's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's actually a great idea.
Yeah. And
like
the,
put a little sound effect, like some old filming stuff,
Yeah.
just like getting messed up, tape unrolling.
Yeah, Suzu was telling me we should have like some sort of jingle that starts every show. That's
Yeah,
like it's tied like an audio cue that gets tied to the show. We have to see if we can find one. We could still steal Hiller's old one. He doesn't use it anymore. Does Hiller? He doesn't use it anymore, does he?
I don't think so. But yeah, you could definitely steal that. But you know what would even be cooler is if you made your own.
Oh.
So if there's like a little 5 or 10 second piano riff or something like that that you do that just doesn't need to be part of a song, could be just some sounds that you like or whatever. Like you just hit the keys and it'd be like ba-da-da-dum. And then like, so every time it goes, you have your hook at the beginning, your first 30 seconds, like what is it going to be about? How are we going to make this video interesting? And then you have that little sound that plays as your homeschool video with the title pops up. And then you just go into the flow of the video from that point.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Did you see 2 days ago his channel had over 100,000 impressions?
Yeah. It's nuts. Gotta just ignore all that shit though, Avi.
Yeah.
You know
I don't
why?
even look at that.
So do you know what a
Yeah,
stock is?
No.
So a stock is where you could essentially just like buy a small little tiny piece of ownership of a company. And the stock prices go up and down. And sometimes they go up because the company's doing really well. So it's more valuable. And sometimes they go up for no reason at all. And sometimes they go down for no reason. And sometimes they go down because the company's doing bad. But you can't pay attention to the stock as it goes up and down because sometimes it has no correlation to how the company's actually doing. Right? Does that make sense?
So the stock's going down, but the company's doing great.
Stock, yeah, the company could be doing great. All the employees could be really happy in there. They're like stoked about their work, but the stock price is going down, right? And so you have to kind of ignore the stock price a lot of the times. And that's how you have to think about your views on your videos and stuff. They're going to fluctuate. And a lot of it's going to be out of your control because the thing called the algorithm, like how YouTube sends the videos out and what it does, has more influence on that necessarily than might be the quality of the work or the video. So as long as you're just enjoying the editing and enjoying the accomplishment of pressing the publish, that's really the only metric that you have to pay attention to because everything else is just going to fluctuate regardless of how you're doing.
I've also learned that if you don't have thumb downs on your video, your video isn't good.
That's very true.
Like you need some haters. It's just your channel's not good if you don't have haters.
Yeah. And I would even say maybe not necessarily haters, although I don't completely disagree with that. But if people don't have opinions, right? And opinions are going to be good, some are going to be bad. But if somebody has an opinion about your video, that means it's relevant. It's in the discussion, and that's really the more important thing over if they like it or don't.
His channel may have some more views if you would say what it is. I don't even know if we know what it is.
Homeschool?
Homeschooled, yeah.
Homeschool kids?
Homeschooled kids, yeah, that's what it is, I guess. I know. I was thinking. More and more too. I was thinking about when do I introduce to him the fact that he has to be conscious about what he does in terms of influencing people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. You mean like the actions that he takes? I mean, I think
the other day that he sung a song that Tom McDonald did, and it said the devil is a Democrat, and in the edit that I made, it was in there, and then he was going through and re-editing, and he's cut it out, and he goes, hey, I don't want that to be in there, and I go, why? He goes, because I don't want to make my family members who are Democrats feel bad, specifically my grandmother. And I said, oh, that's really cool of you. Or like yesterday, I gave Ari a semi-automatic BB gun for Christmas. And he had left some stuff in there about them joking around about what they were going to shoot. And I'm like, oh, we can't have that in there. You know what I mean? And it's interesting, like navigating that.
Yeah.
You know
that
what I
is
mean?
interesting.
Like, I wouldn't, like, they don't eat cotton candy, but like, I don't want to put them in there eating cotton candy, or I don't want them, you know what I mean? I want them to be conscious of like how he's influencing people.
Yeah. I mean, I like
without stifling him. I don't want him to edit himself, but.
Yeah, I won't worry too much about that portion of it just because of the nature of the video. But I like to say, like, the good litmus test was like, would grandma be upset about it? I like that a lot. Like, look through her lens. And then the second litmus test is if everybody watched your video and acted the exact same way you guys did, would the world be better or would it be slightly worse? Would you want to be around what you're showing people? So a great example is like when you guys dropped off, what'd you sell? Persimmons or something like that? Passion fruit. And then you walked over and you were like, excuse me, what's your name? And the guy told you like his name and you're like, oh, thank you, I'm this. So like that interaction, like if more people acted like you guys, do you think the world would be better and nicer, or do you think it'd be worse?
I think it'd be better and nicer.
I agree completely. So like it's showcasing way more of that than necessarily like singing a song that may have some people not be too happy about it. Probably choose the nicer one, right?
Yeah.
You can tilt your microphone so it's pointed at your mouth. That boy. Yeah, that's a good litmus test. I like that.
Yeah, I like the.
Have you told the show about the comments? Some of the comments.
No, go ahead. You could talk about the comments.
So there's a couple of comments that are just like so weird. Like, hey, come be my friend. I'm a multi-millionaire, a billionaire, and a trillionaire. I'm like, there's no such thing as a trillionaire.
Yeah.
And then there's this guy.
And why would you want to be friends with someone just because they're a billionaire or trillionaire?
Yeah.
It seems like a weird, but go on.
And there's this guy named Ridwink, just like HD30, who I don't know, but he just says weird stuff too.
Like what?
Like, what has happened to you, my friend? Or like I don't know.
There was a guy, Mohammed Abdul, who said something like, "You're so pretty. Where do you live?" And when I saw that, I'm like, "Hey, dude, you're never allowed to answer comments. Don't ever answer anyone in these comments."
Yeah, that's where the editing comes into play. Go ahead and delete that bad boy. Banned from the channel.
But Sousa had a good idea. Instead of you responding to the comments there, we could do a little segment in there where you reading comments, or I read I choose which comments you're going to answer, and I read them to you, and then you just answer them. So if someone's like, "Hey, where did you get what's your favorite skate move?" and then you could answer them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that. Hey, there's some subscriber. When I click, he looks like a little kid. I don't know. I went to his channel and he's just like singing in a different language, and he has like crazy voice. I'll show it to you.
Okay.
It's crazy.
And the world has opened up.
Yeah. It's cool though. You're doing a great job. I watch all your videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gonna put me in it or what, dude? Make me famous?
Yeah, you were in
All
it.
right. Was I?
Oh yeah,
I was just like
yeah.
walking by or something, wasn't I?
No, we went to you're right. We went to CrossFit Livermore.
Yeah.
For the
Your whole gym was in it.
Yeah, for the jump rope
Why
seminar.
didn't I see more of that? I saw you guys walking through the door, and I saw Dave got put in it.
Oh yeah, Dave's in it.
Yeah.
Dave who?
President Trump
Oh
is
yeah,
in it.
Dave Newman. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Is it that episode? Is it the same episode?
Yeah, that's like episode 20 something.
Okay, maybe I'll have to recheck it. I gotta get my airtime, bro. Now it's your big time on me.
You know what's interesting is what's gonna be interesting is I think this year he might be old enough to
Come to the CrossFit Games.
come to the CrossFit Games.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah. And that will be an interesting and I always thought he would film with me, but he can just film his own.
Oh wow, yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he could get one of those influencer passes where he's, he could be the next Craig Ritchie.
Oh, dude.
He's just back there just jerking himself off.
The crazy thing too is you walk
It'll
around
be
that camera, you're gonna get way more access to everything than we would. That's for sure.
Dude, it would be so good if he does his own little a day at the CrossFit or a weekend at the CrossFit Games with my brothers. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I probably
Watch
could.
some
I wonder,
athletes.
and I wonder if he could get Dave to if CrossFit would assign like just like a chaperone to him.
Dude.
Good,
Well,
right?
Yeah, well,
What'd you say,
Bish will do
Joe?
it.
Yeah, of course you can go, Joseph.
You can hang out with Bishel for a while.
No, Taylor.
Taylor's gonna be
Taylor.
working. Yeah, he got work to do. All right, everyone. Thank you. I will try to come back on this evening. Tomorrow. Do we have a guest tomorrow?
No.
Oh, guess who I'm texting with? Emma Harvang. You remember her? She came at Syndicate. She came and spoke to us. She was from the Army Fit team.
Yep.
Charming lady.
Has Tyson Bagent ever been to the CrossFit Games?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. It's a good question.
Where does Tyson live? Chicago?
Chicago and West Virginia. Thanks for leaving the door open. It's freezing in here. Get Sarah Sigmund's daughter tomorrow. Sarah's so squirrely. It's not. I love Sarah. She's the best guest.
You know what I'm most excited
But getting her on the show is
Yeah, I gotta jump through some hoops.
yeah, you got to jump through hoops, and I'm just like I'm too pretty much of a prima donna to do that. Go ahead.
What I'm most excited about for my channel is
PBD was easier than getting Sarah. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Avi.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can talk.
Yeah.
You're
Don't
not
be a
gonna
dick.
share.
Don't be a dick. I will fuck you up, boy. Don't be a dick.
I'm really excited to film in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be cool too.
That's going to be really cool. And Heidi, I think we need to cover up that charging thing. I think it's time that we put the camera underwater.
Oh, okay.
That'd be cool. Yeah, watch a couple Casey Neistat videos, like the older ones. Go back like when he was doing like deep in the daily vlog days, and show him a couple ones like that.
All right.
I think you guys will get tons of cool ideas from it, Avi.
Mm.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Avi. We will see you guys later today for sure tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.